My butthole pictures on OnlyFans isn't doing too well, so it's back to work we go. We're working on a Toyota Tundra water pump, trying to get this water pump serviced. First thing in order is to get this fan assembly, shroud, and hose out of the way. Once we get that worked up out of the way, then I have access to the whole front of the engine. So from there, I'm going to start working on things on the top here, like the intake manifold's got to come off. So hoses, connectors, clips, things like that. I only take off what's necessary. In fact, pretty much just the bare minimum. But while you got a clear view here, look at this sweet Jimmy Oaks hoodie. Anyone else watch Jimmy Oaks on YouTube? Well, if you do, comment Jimmy down in the comments for me. Now I'm doing a couple coolant line hoses here on the throttle body. Then I'll start working off all 5 bolts on each side. There's 5 down in a line and 5 on the other side straight in a line. Now there is a wiring harness runs across the back side of this intake manifold, and it is a pain in the ass to get it unclipped. Once you get it unclipped, it stays pretty well out of the way, so that part's pretty nice. Now I'm sure there's going to be some guy that says, I could do it with the intake manifold on. You just got to access it from the front. Well, the other reason why I did this is because the customer brought it to me as a water pump issue, and I wanted to verify that and not make sure that it was one of the hoses above, because this has a crossover pipe and a thermostat housing and all kinds of things right above the water pump. So finally I'm able to get in there and look at the water pump, and look at that. That purple little knob to the side, that's where the wheat pole is. So this thing's just been weeping away. And then there we go. We got the new one in. Now as Toyota likes to do, you can see the thermostat housing sits on top of it and a bunch of other stuff all jangled together right on top of each other. Toyota's kind of always done that. Bracket on top of bracket attached to another bracket attached to a third bracket. But I do admit it does work. So you can never assume where the issue is as far as leaks go on these without pulling it apart and verifying. Now I'm installing the crossover pipe here, so that is just another thing that goes right on top of all those coolant systems. So you can never assume just one gasket because there's only 42 that's right near the water pump. So now before you slap that intake manifold back on, make sure you wipe the whole intake clean. Don't get any dirt, debris, anything in there. And yes, I know I'm using the wrong type of paper towels. They gotta be the lint-free blue ones. But any Hoosier, don't forget your foam pieces. A lot of these foam pieces are basically sound dampening or things of that nature to keep the engine quieter underneath the intake manifold. So if you put it back together without that and it's a little noisier, well, there's your issue then. So slide this nice unit back in there and try not to pinch any hoses. And do remember that wiring harness does run across the whole back of that intake manifold. So this is an example of where slow and steady could win you the race. Nice and slow putting it down, making sure you're not pinching anything. Almost pinched that fuel pressure regulator hose in there, but thankfully realized that. And then once you get that down, you're going to sit down on your studs, and then I'm just going to work that wiring harness back up to where its little clips are. It has nice little connectors and brackets that mount off the back, but honestly they're kind of a pain in the ass to get them back in there. Now once you got everything bolted down, now your hose is hooked back up, take a second, just look it over, make sure you're right. And then this is where I'm going to try and squeeze that fan back in with the shroud at the same time. These are a little bit annoying because you do have to do both at the same time. Some brands have a little opening on the bottom of the shroud to where you can put the fan on and then put the shroud on. But Toyota didn't make it that way. So skinny that bad Chad in there without touching the radiator because you don't want to bend up those fins. So it is kind of a bit of a process, but it'll work in the end. You just got to take your time and don't force it. The minute you force it, next thing you know, you got a hole in the radiator. So once you get them all lined up, tighten up your clutch fan bolts first and then put the shroud and mount it up. Throw a couple bolts in that thing too, tighten it up, and then you're good to go. Then we're going to work on the intake manifold, which this one's nice and easy because it's a cold air intake. So it's just a couple hoses and then a couple of vacuum lines that go into the side of it and plumb that back in, and then she's ready to go. There's the first fire. We're bleeding some coolant off, so we got the extra reservoir up top to help with bleeding. Another thing I do as it's bleeding off is I try and squeeze the hoses to try and work some of that air back up to the top. You'll see it bubbling up some here in a second. There she goes. Thermostat opens up, and then all I'm doing is walking around and verifying we don't have any leaks on the floor. Double checking, keeping my eyes on it, and also keeping my eyes on the coolant temp too. not letting it get too hot, because sometimes with the thermostat it doesn't like to open on time when the system is refilled with coolant. So just pay attention as you go. And look at that thing bubble up, man. She's looking good. Now, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching.